Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, fun-filled, meaningful, as the good sister, the good AI sister Yolanda says, a good, meaningful episode of the Daily Walk Show. I am Dee Turn. I got my brothers Azizi Jasper and Aki Bang with us. What's up, y'all?
What's good, D?
What's good,
Everything is
man?
good, man. I can't call it, man. Same old shit, different day.
No
Well,
doubt.
So Z, we gonna hop right back into this conversation because this is a good one. So you mentioned that when we're sleep deprived, our body has a way of showing us, and it shows us in a form of illness. And what I was saying is that as a person that suffers from migraines, and thankfully I don't get them often, so I'm not a chronic migraine person, but um I started getting migraines probably when I was around 18 years old, and it's been a really long time.
damn, I didn't know
Um,
that.
yeah, and I think a lot of it had to do with my bike accident. Like I, just knocked the shit out of my head. So
Mm.
I think that has something to do with it. But um, one of the things it took me some time to recognize that people that suffer with migraines, it's important that we keep journals, right? And in keeping journals, you're able to recognize what those triggers are, whether you ate something that was too salty or got too much sugar, whether you exposed to a particular strong scent, whatever it might be. Some people it's a weather type of thing. So what I noticed for me is my trigger is scents, which is the reason why, and I mean perfume scents, which is the reason why I don't fuck with Bath and Body Works or
Mm.
Bed Bath and or whatever. Yeah, Bath and Body Works. My wife likes going in there particular times of the year, particularly when they're having, especially I'm sorry, when they're having sales and she'll load up on soaps and stuff. I
Yeah, I be
can't
there.
go in there.
I get the
Yeah.
whiskey and coffee. Go ahead, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Yeah, I can't go in there because of it's a trigger. But one of the other triggers for me, Z, is going for a prolonged period of sleep and not, I mean, going for a prolonged period and not having adequate sleep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I have a period where I'm going a week and like let's say for that week I'm going on less than 4 hours of sleep, I'm most assuredly gonna have a migraine at some point in time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So to your point, the body definitely has a way of showing you when it's not getting enough sleep.
100%.
Yep.
100%, bro. Like I noticed, like in general, for me, like I can go, I can go on minimal sleep and be okay for a period of time.
Yeah.
After that period of time, I either have to recharge by getting like a longer amount of sleep than I normally would need,
Hmm.
like being able to stay in bed, you know what I'm saying, like nine
Yeah.
hours or something, like, and just like not have to get out of bed, just be able to lay there and just like really recharge. If
Yeah.
I don't find that space after I don't get a lot of sleep, man, like that's when I just can like I can actually feel my immune system like not being able to fight like different things as much. Like that's when I get
Yeah.
colds. Like that's when I get I remember I came down with COVID or whatever, like I was exhausted, you know what I'm saying,
Yep.
when it
Yep.
happened too hard.
Yep.
Like
Me
so
too.
it's one of those things, man. I think certain things like change with I mean, we know certain things change with age, but like also like our consciousness about our bodies also changes with age.
It does. That's a
You know what
fact.
I'm saying? Like, yo, you like it might have taken you, 10 migraines to realize, oh, like, okay, 1 plus 1, oh, that equals 2. Oh, I need to sleep when I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what it is for me too, man. Like, I think if I would have, and that's why, thankfully, I haven't been sick in a long time.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
um, I kind of know how to regulate my body, and I know when I need to just get extra sleep and just fall back for a minute.
Yeah. Definitely. We're talking about this, and I'm thinking about how doctors, when you go to the doctor and you got a cold or you got the flu or whatever, the doctor always says, make sure you get plenty of rest, right?
Yes.
And make sure they might prescribe maybe an antiviral medication or whatever it is, but they also tell you to make sure you hydrate and get plenty of rest. And I used to always think like, y'all always say that. It's such a cliche.
Mm-hmm.
But there's listen, there's a lot of truth in that, because how many times have you been completely wiped, whether you're feeling under the weather, and then you get a good night's sleep and you wake up in the morning, maybe not feeling totally renewed, but you definitely are feeling that you're going in the right direction. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Today I got a nap. I like naps now as I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Naps are great.
Naps are amazing.
I took it because the past 2 days I've been trying to go to work out, and I'll get off of work and I'm already drained out from
Yeah.
not getting enough sleep. And
Right.
sleep deprivation is super real driving a bus.
Yep.
Like you got passengers and stuff. You know what I mean? You got to be
That's true.
alert. You don't want to crash, or you don't want to kill nobody and stuff. And 'cause once the bus hits, it's a wrap. So like so I tell myself, yeah, I'm gonna go, because some people tell me to go work out early in the morning. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
it's not even feasible for you because you up
nah,
so early in the morning,
right. So like, I mean,
You gotta be in
I
the
had to
gym
be
at
up.
2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? First, it's creepy hours anyway. So like, and then like, so like, and yesterday I tried to go to work out, but I was so drained and tired from driving all day, just sitting down. I was like, man, like I'm going to bed. I don't care. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
skip that day. And today I was on that way against it. Now let me just get a nap.
Yeah.
And I got a
Yeah.
nap for like an hour. I felt recharged. Went to the gym. Still wasn't super motivated. You know what I mean? But I finished my routine.
Yeah.
Being a bus driver, and at times, like you lose sleep because you got to take care of family. You know what I mean? You got
Yeah,
people
you do.
in different sports and everything like that, and you don't get these type of naps. I think it created vitamin D deficiency,
Mm-hmm.
because one
I
time
see that.
I was doing push-ups at the job, and I'm driving the bus, and I just start feeling a slight pain in my chest. I never had a pain in my chest before. I'm like, what's that? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I called the job like, yo, I don't know. So I'm feeling funny. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And they called the ambulance. They checked me out. They did a quick whatever EKG, I guess it's called. And whatever,
You was en route at the time. You was
en route,
actively
en route,
driving.
en
Wow.
route.
Okay.
I was feeling all drained out, and I mean, my hands wasn't numb, so I was like, my hands not numb, but my chest is hurting. I didn't want to play with that.
Yeah.
And then they checked it out. Said, nah, nothing's wrong with you, sir. And I'm like, man, I'm tripping. So I go to the emergency just to do a follow up, and they asking me, was I on drugs? And I'm like, nah, I'm not. I don't do drugs, man. Like, what is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, let's take some blood, because it's like the way you're talking is like a person that actually does drugs.
Oh
You know,
wow. Okay.
and I'm
So
not.
you were very, what were you talking, like slurred or something like that?
I just felt weird,
Okay.
right? And since I never felt weird like that before, I was concerned.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I'm getting older, and I know I've been stressing. Got my blood work, and they found out that I was D deficient due to the lack of sunlight, because I'm in the bus all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Yep.
So like I had to start taking D3s, and they
Yeah.
gave me like 50,000 IUs
Wow.
just to reach it up. But I had to do that for like 10 days for 6 weeks in order for me to get my levels back up. So now I know I need 50,000, and I'll take a hit of a week, and then I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I just be feeling so drained, and my brain is foggy. I'm like, man, what's going on? And that's when I know that I need my D3s in me.
Yeah. But also too, Ak, you need to rest. You know what I mean? So one of the things that I want to say, because I think is very interesting about the story you just gave us, was um you know, for bus operators, particularly the ones that have to be up early in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps let's say half of your shift is spent, or a significant portion of your shift is spent driving in the early morning hours. um you don't get a lot of sunlight at that time because it's dark out, and then you get done and you're so tired, you go home, get rest, go to sleep if you can, and then you up at 2 3 o'clock the next morning doing it all over again, and
Mm-hmm.
you're doing it 5 days straight, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense, man. The other thing I want to say too is, um, and I don't want to. I'm not going to get too deep into the weeds on this, just because you're actively driving a bus out. But bus operators don't get enough respect at all.
Yeah.
Bus operators don't get enough respect.
Mm-hmm.
I had the misfortune of driving the bus here in Houston. I know we've talked about this before, but we never talked about it in depth. I did it for maybe 2 years living here in Houston. I'll talk about why I did it on another episode at a later date. But when I tell you the schedule is brutal, especially if you somebody that you're brand new and you're not a veteran
Uh-huh.
and you are just at the what seems like the beckoning call of the transportation department, it's ridiculous, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like when I was doing it, I did it during COVID for one, and for two, I was lucky if I got 4 hours of sleep every night
Uh-huh.
for
Wow.
during the times that I drove.
Lisa
Just
has to. I'm sorry. Lisa has to force me to go to bed
yeah, yeah,
because if I got other projects I got to do or got editing or whatever like that, I'm trying to get that in.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I still got to eat. I still got to take a shower. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
that's time. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
By the
yeah.
time I'm done, it's like 12 o'clock. God damn. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo,
Not
wait.
like
Go ahead,
that's
Z. I'm sorry.
look, as a melanated, like you're a highly melanated person, man. Like so, you being out of the sun, you know what I'm saying? Like you're naturally supposed to be in the sun more so than like a lot of other people. Like so,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You being out of the sun like that, that's taking you out of your natural environment for real, for real.
Yeah,
Especially being in Michigan, because like it's a lack of sunlight, especially in the wintertime.
right.
Yeah,
That's
We don't we
right.
don't we don't we don't get
That's
sun.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
be always
yeah,
clouded and stuff like that. So
mhm.
that's the issue. But today I definitely went outside as soon as I got to my time point, and I just stood outside and just and took it in. Oh damn,
yeah.
that sounds so
Ooh.
pause, bro.
Yeah, that's so. It's all good, though.
Ra,
It's all
Ra,
good.
you know what I'm talking about, Ra. Ra, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah. No, no, we get
I
it.
and I
So
understand, and I understand.
That was crazy.
yeah, but people get your rest. You got to make sure you getting your sleep. Make sure you're getting adequate sleep. And I know many of us, those of us that are inspired to reach the next level of our lives, inspired to make progress, inspired to reach goals. We often say, you know what, I could sleep later. Let me get this done because if I don't get this done, I'm not going to be able to sleep because it's going to be on my mind about what I could be doing.
Mhm.
But you got to get sleep so that you're functioning optimally